Hey guys, Sunblaze here. Welcome to episode number 6 of the Minecraft Sim League and the final week of Cycle 1. If you've been one of my dedicated viewers, you'll know that the Chargers took the lead last week. They're on 25 points. They've been doing very impressively over the last couple of weeks, over the last 3 weeks, I think. And the Sunrays are in second on 19, still trying to reclaim that first place spot from the Chargers. The Tridents are in third with 18. The Violets are on 16. The Detonators are fifth on 15. And this is how the rest of the table is looking, with my Sunrays not doing so well, only on 4 points, 2 points above the cut line, and the Gapplers still the only team on 0. But we hold out hope for them. And then just a reminder that if you comment an idea for a team name, just in the comments, it'll go straight into this, which is going to be a second division. I will play one cycle, so 6 weeks of the second division after the conclusion of the Minecraft Sim League, and the top 4 teams from the second division will get promoted to the Minecraft Sim League. So these red blocks over here right now are the 4 teams that will be leaving the Minecraft Sim League after this season is over. And if I get a full second division, that will guarantee us a season 2. So if you comment a team name down below, you'll see it here in the second division. We've got one so far. And if we fill out these other 23 spots, then we'll get a second season going at some time in the future. But this week is what matters right now. Week number 6, which is Dropsixes, the last game of the cycle. Um, you can tell already this one is going to be exciting. We've got 6 teams that are going to be competing at one time, so we've only got 4 matches today. Um, However, they might take a little while. So how Dropsixes works is, so there are these 6 little spots. They're all marked by the redstone lamp. And these are the numbers up here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the dispensers each hold certain amounts of blocks. They have 2 whites, which aren't worth anything, black block, and then one, or enough from each color. I don't know why there's only 4 of orange, but there should be 5 of each color. And if say this one drops a yellow block, that will be 1 point for the yellow team. But if it drops for 2, that's 2 points, 3 is 3 points, and so on. If the black block is dropped, I will just place it down like this, and then this slot will not be worth any more points. And we have our netherite handy helpful netherite pickaxe here that I can quickly put it back. Um, and yeah, that is basically how it's going to work. So the game will end when any team reaches an excess of 30, so 31 or more, and or if all the 6 slots have the black block over it. And that is how Dropsixes is going to work. And now that we've gotten through that, let's take a look at our 4 matches for today. In the first one, we've got my Sunrays with the Cherries, the Violets, the Phantoms, the Lush Dwellers, and the Gapplers. So none of these teams are really super exciting so far, except maybe the Violets, I think, are the highest ones on the table. But good opportunity for big points from any of those teams. Then in match number 2, we've got the Hivemind, the Whitewoods, the Bucketheads, the Flyers, the Sniffers, and the Royal Hogs. And again, no one really standing out here. Of course, the Sniffers we want to lose by a lot, but in match number 3, we've got league leader Chargers grouped in with the Copper Golems, the Diamondeers, the Undead, the Jockeys, and the Detonators. And then in match number 4, we've got, honestly, I think the most exciting one. We've got the Bone Bows, the Dogpack, the Edge, the Tridents, the Pillagers, and the Savannah Cats. And I think, other than the Pillagers, I think most of these teams are in the top 10. I don't know if I can see it from here. I definitely cannot, but I'm pretty sure all of these teams are doing very well for themselves, except for the Pillagers. So it'll be a crazy upset if the Pillagers win this one, and some very important points for them. And if the Pillagers do win, and they could shake up the table a little bit, maybe one of these other teams could steal the top spot from the Chargers. But you will just have to watch to find out. And here we are, ready to go with match number 1. You can see we've got our our banners set up on their corresponding blocks. Sunrays will be the red blocks, and down on it goes. Um, and then, yeah, I guess let's just get right underway. We've got a nice big scoreboard. Oh, I see a lot of red blocks. That's a good sign. That's what we want to see. All those red blocks up there. And what did 6 drop? The green. So let's tally that up. And the scoreboard already looking pretty exciting for the first drop. Let's keep going. Sunrays and Phantoms tied for first. There's quite a few points for the Gapplers. I see 5 more for the Sunrays. And the black block in slot number 6. So no 6-pointers will be dealt out anymore. And 7 points there for the Gapplers will mean that they take second place with the Sunrays winning. Hopefully we don't lose that. Sunrays have not won in quite a while. And, oh, 2 more black blocks. That's a 6 that cannot be handed out at this time. 5 and 4, so only small points left to be given out. Cherries getting on the board here, knocking the Lush Dwellers down to last. Just 2 more slots to go, and now 1 more. That's the 2 is covered up. And so only 2 more slots left, the 3 and the 1. This could be our last push if we get 2 black blocks here, but we don't. We get the yellow and orange again. So the violet's starting to catch the sun rays. Could they steal it from here? And the cherries increase their score once again by a small margin. And we will not get black blocks here. And with that 3-pointer, the Gapplers will tie for first here. But the Phantoms ever so slightly gaining. There's a white block. That won't be for any team. And the 3-pointer goes to the Phantoms. So the Phantoms will also tie for the lead here. 3 teams tied on 11. Will this break it? Yes, it will. That's the Violets into the lead on 13. There's the black block for the 1. Did we also get a black for 3? No, we didn't. Sunrays will retake the lead. Come on. So Sunrays on 14, Violets on 13, Phantoms and Gapplers on 11. It's a very exciting one. So far, we're just looking at the 3-pointers now, which will go to the Cherries this time. So now they've got a decent amount of points if they're able to get another one here. And there's the Phantoms grabbing that 3-pointer to tie with the Sunrays. Who will it go to here? The Gapplers will now tie for 14th. So we're back to that 3-way tie. Very exciting stuff. Exactly what you want to see from our first match of Dropsixes. Now it's a white block. That's not for anyone. Let's just go right again. It's yellow this time, which will be the Violets retaking the lead. So the black block could appear at any time here and end the game. But this 3-pointer would not go to anyone. Let's just go again. Oh, that came from there. That's not. Oh boy. Okay. Let's just go right again. The Violets still in the lead. And there will go the Phantoms back into first. So the Phantoms on 17, Violets on 16, Sunrise and Gapplers tied on 14. And there's the Phantoms again, a huge 3 points for them. We'll surely see them win this match if the black block shows soon. The Phantoms up to 20. And there is the black block ending the game. So the Phantoms winning it with 20. The Violets on 16 will get second, and the Sunrays, despite leading the first bit, have had to resign to tied for third, which will probably, I think, only earn them half a point, as well as with the Gapplers. But hey, Gapplers aren't on 0, but I think they will still be in last despite that all. And then the Cherries and the Lush Dwellers, 9 and 5 respectively, not going to be earning anything this week. And now I have to go through the pain of resorting all of this mess. Oh boy. And here we go with the final scores. This will be the only one that's like sorted by top score, because in these it's all like kind of in order, like, you know. But this one will be sorted by score because we've got to have 2 signs. The bottom 2, Cherries and Lush Dwellers. The bottom 2 of all of these will go in the back. And then the top 4, which in this case was the Phantoms, Violets, Sunrays, and Gapplers, will go on the front sign. Phantoms winning this one, 20 points. I think that might be pretty good. Good enough for a medal? I have no idea. Um, the 6-pointer did cover itself up with the black block pretty quickly, so we could see that change here pretty fast. Nevertheless, we are on to match number 2, the Hivemind, the Whitewoods, the Bucketheads, the Flyers, the Sniffers, and the Royal Hogs. And here we go on to match number 2 out of 4. And hopefully this one goes quicker. I don't know, for the sake of my time, but it could be slower. That could be more entertaining. We will see. We had a few back and forth lead changes in our last match. Let's see how it will finish here. No black blocks yet so far. Some big points being handed out. The Flyers off to an early lead with that 6-pointer at the beginning. Oh, a lot of points here for the Royal Hogs. That'll be good for them. They've started on 0. But another 6 points for the Flyers. Oh my goodness. The Flyers off to a very, very early and good start. 2 6-pointers in a row. Let's see if they can keep that going. I see 4 for them. That's already good. And the 5. Oh my goodness. So the Sniffers will receive the 6-pointer this time. And the 1. This is quite a number to tally up. No white blocks at all this time, which means all the teams are now on the board but the Flyers. Up by 10 above the Sniffers early in this one, and that's what I was saying about the 6-pointer not going away so fast. The gold medal already blown out of the water, and it could get even bigger here. There's our first black block. It will be for number 3, and rest all dropping, and the Flyers just continuing to pull away here. There's another black block, this time for the 2. And the 6-pointer is still open, so any team could quickly catch the Flyers if they get lucky like they did. Oh, but it's just going to be the Flyers piling it on. They want that gold medal and they want it bad. And remember, it's in excess of 30 points, so pretty much any points for the Flyers here will end it. But it's just going to go all to the Sniffers. What? This 3-pointer doesn't count. But other than the white block dropping for 6, the Sniffers could be on a monstrous comeback here. That's 10 points right there. That is extremely disappointing that the Sniffers are probably going to finish with season points here, and even they could finish with a medal if it continues to go the way it has been going. There's some points for the Whitewoods. That's their oh my goodness, second 6-pointer of the game. Sometimes English fails me. I don't even know any other languages. In English, my own language fails me. So the Whitewoods will take second. Big scores all around. So any team could finish on 0 points here, and any team theoretically could take the win if the Flyers choke, which we haven't seen them here in a while. There's the black block for the 4-pointer. I don't really know where that came from. It came from 3. And the Sniffers getting another 6 points will tie them for the lead. And that's just very depressing on so many levels. So any points now for the Flyers or the Sniffers will end it unless we get black blocks covering it all up. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Another 6-pointer for the Sniffers, and that will end it, their third of the game, and that will see the win go to the Sniffers, which with a monstrous 35 points that will be, and just insane, just just insane. Ugh, that's annoying. It's annoying, and that will likely be the gold medal secured for them as well. But we will just have to wait and see. And it hurts me to write their name in all caps, but the Sniffers have taken the win from the Flyers, who were just 2 points away from glory. It's oops, that's very disappointing on so many levels. And The Whitewoods and the Royal Hogs will finish out the top 4 in that one. So the Sniffers and the Flyers both earning their gold and silver, and the Phantoms will hang on to a bronze as it stands, but we will likely see maybe even the gold medal broken. Um, Although I seriously doubt that, unfortunately. So, yeah, now we are halfway through this episode, and if you are enjoying it so far, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And then, of course, comment down below a name that you would like to see, a name for a team that you would like to see in the Minecraft Sim League, and perhaps the Sim Sports, the simulator will choose you, your team, to be represented in the Minecraft Sim League next season or next year. I don't know. Next year, next season. Could be the same thing. But either way, we are on to matchup number 3. The Chargers, the Copper Golems, the Diamondeers, the Undead, the Jockeys, and the Detonators. And we're all set back up and ready to go. We got our 6 teams out. Oh, I need to get the scoreboard going. There we go. And we are ready to get right into this thing with the first drop. A black block right away for number 5. And a whole lot of whites here, so not very many points for any teams here. Just a 2 and a 1 given out. So let's just spin it again, see what we get here. Another black block this time for the number 4, and some more whites up top. So just 2 and 1 given out so far. And I guess this is on the opposite end of how games can go in drop sixes. Just 2 covered up right away, and just whole lot of white blocks being given out. There's one right there. And another black block, this time for the number 3. And another white for 6. So just 1 point for the Jockeys. So I guess it's a pretty tight one so far. The leaders, Chargers, and Copper Golems on 2 apiece. There's 2 points. So a 6-pointer would do a lot of good if it just shows anything other than white, which it refuses to. So 2 more points for the Jockeys. We'll actually see them into the lead with 3. As we prepare to keep going, hopefully we get some actual points given out. Nope, or we could just get only black blocks and a white block. Okay, so what even is this, huh? What is even the point? What is even the point? We're gonna get anything in our 6-pointer other than white. I guess so. We're gonna get a black, and that's gonna end the game. Are you kidding me? So after the most eventful game of drop sixes, we get the most uneventful game of drop sixes. And I apologize if one of your teams was the one that had to endure that, because that was just painful. That was just painful. It's simple truth about it. That was painful. That hurt to watch. And but we will get right underway with the next match right after we calculate the scores here. Well, there's no calculating to be done, but as soon as I enter in the scores here. And the Detonators and the Diamondeers both tied for 1, so I guess I'll put them both on this back sign. The Undead even scoring 0, but even they weren't very far from the leaders. And the winner, the Jockeys, with 3, a whopping 3 points. Very impressive from them. I don't think I've seen a higher score, and that will surely win the gold medal. Wow. Well, you go from something like this to something like this, and I suppose that's something that can happen, especially in drop sixes, and especially in the sim league, where everything is just unpredictable at all times. So, well, we're on to our last match of the day, and of course, if you are enjoying, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All the things that I always tell you guys to do, and no one ever does, but that's okay. You know, I'm not complaining. I enjoy making my silly little videos, and yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about that. But nevertheless, we are on to match number 4, which has the last 6 teams here. the Bone Bows, the Dogpack, the Edge, the Tridents, the Pillagers, and the Savannah Cats. And I just realized I think I said I hope for a shorter game last game, and so that is my fault that we had such a poor game. So this time I'm wishing for a good, exciting match to end us off here for cycle one even, and the winner, whoever ends up with the most wins, will have the will get the 20 season points. So I think because the Chargers just did poorly, I think if the Savannah Cats win this one, then they will earn those 20 season points. Otherwise, it will go to the Chargers. But I could be wrong with that because I am often wrong. So we will find out. But let's just get right underway, right here, ready to go. And hopefully this one is better than the last. We've already got a black block on number 5, a couple of white blocks, but the dog pack will take an early lead here. So 7 points off the rip for the dog pack. And if things turn out like last time, that could win them the whole thing, but it likely will not. And the Bone Bows battle back with a 6 and a 3 to take them up to 9. So we continue on here. And that is a lot of points for the Tridents. And they would have got more had the black block not already dropped in 5. But that is still a lot of points. And the Bone Bows will collect another 6 as well. So the Trident's collecting a little bit more score there. And we will continue on. And that was the black block in the number 4 spot. And the Savannah Cats are going to get a decent amount of points here. But the Bone Bows continue to pull away in the lead. They've got 19 now. Let's continue on. Those two will not count for anything. And neither will that white block in the 6. So just the 1 and the 2 given out again. So the Savannah Cats inching onward. Just 5 points behind the Bone Bows now. Can they catch them? Not with those scores, they can't. We move on. Bone Bows still leading. Savannah Cats in second. There's more points for the Savannah Cats. Just 1, though. And a 0 here. And a 0 there. So just the 1 and the 3 giving out points this time. And the Savannah Cats still gaining on the Bone Bows, but there's another point for them. And there's 4 points. What's in the 6? The black is in the 6, of course. We're down to just the 1 and the 3 as the Bone Bows collect 4 more. And a dominant victory for them would go a long way, especially if they can secure a medal, which I believe now they are in the bronze. Just a 1 point there going to the edge here. And we get right back to it. There's the dog pack. And again, a white block dropping from the number 3. The Pillagers currently in last. Dogpack and Edge battling for 4th. The Trident sitting in 3rd. And there's the black block for the 1. Did we also get it for the 3? Yes, we did. That will end the game. Bone Bows win it 23 to the Savannah Cats 15. No other team above 10. And I believe that will earn the Bone Bows the bronze medal, which will go a long way for them in those season points. And that loss by the Savannah Cats, that 2nd place, will likely see the Chargers winning the cycle points, the 20 cycle points. Oh my goodness, 20 points for a cycle win, which will probably see them hang out in first for quite a while, at least until the next cycle is over. So the Bone Bows will take this one 23 to the Savannah Cats 15. And the Tridents will take 3rd on 9. And now the final thing to do for this cycle is to calculate the medals for this week, calculate the season standings for this week, and then hand out those 20 season points for the cycle win, which will go a long way towards deciding who ends up in the playoffs at the end of the season. Well, I don't remember. Is there a playoffs? I don't think there is a playoffs, actually. I'm too American for this. I gotta look back into that. So the Sniffers will, in fact, unfortunately win the gold medal. The only team to go over 30 points this week. The Flyers following up with 29. And the Bone Bows earning the bronze at 23. The first winners, the Phantoms, just missing out on 20. And then, of course, this third game, what was going on? But none of them will ever earn a medal from this anyway. And now let's go calculate those season standings and see who we have to give out that cycle win to. So here is how it stands after the whole 6 weeks. We are 1/3 of the way through the season, and the Chargers dominant on top at 26 points. And then we've got the Savannah Cats on 20.5, the Flyers 19.5, and the Bone Bows and Tridents on 19. And there's one last little adjustment we need to make before I show you the rest of the table, and that is the cycle win, which is worth 20 points. Medals don't count for the cycle win, so it's basically whoever gets the most amount of points, excluding medals during that cycle. So during the last 6 weeks, the team that has been the most successful is the Chargers, which will give them another 20 and bump them up to 46. So they will be up there for a while, at least until the end of the next cycle. The Savannah Cats also never lost. They never scored zero, but they scored one last week and 1.5 this week. Chargers just getting 1 point this week, and all the rest of their other 5 weeks outright wins, so 2 points each, so earning 11 points to the Savannah Cats 10.5 to take the cycle win. And so that will be big for the Chargers going into the future, and it could very well see them, if they continue to dominate, could very well see them to the league title because I thought they were playoffs, but they're not. This cobblestone here is for the extra cobblestone cup, which is like playoffs, but it doesn't matter. So like there's the league winner is the league winner, and then there's also another like little cup between the top eight just to see like if there was playoffs who would win kind of thing. But it's just it's a secondary trophy. The main trophy is the league trophy, which goes to the outright winner. And then moving down from the top five, the Violets on 17.5, the Copper Golems on 15.5, the Detonators on 15, Sniffers on 14, the Edge on 12, the Dogpack on 11.5, the Bucketheads and the Jockeys on 10, Cherries on 8, Diamondeers and Undead on 7, Lush Dwellers 6, Royal Hogs 5.5, the Hivemind and the Phantoms on 5, my Sunrays dipping into relegation on 4.5, but only half a point out. Hopefully they do not stay there. We desperately need a medal or something to even have hope of like finishing mid-table here. The Whitewoods are on 3, the Pillagers still on 1, and the Gapplers earning their first little bit of points. It's just half a point, but at least they're not on 0 anymore. But however, they do continue to stick towards the bottom of the table. But things can turn around for any one of these teams. The Sniffers were in second to last, and now they have jumped up all the way to 14 points in ninth, just after winning one gold medal. So medals can change a team's trajectory, and a big win could go a long way for any one of these teams. But now it is time to say goodbye. This is the end of week number 6, which means we are 1/3, again, 1/3 of the way through the season. Next week, we'll be doing Clockworkus again, and I promise to edit this one a little bit better and hopefully be a little bit more entertaining than I was last time. Hopefully I'll try to keep the video to under 40 minutes. Um, and yeah, so we are back to Clockworkus, beginning cycle number 2 of 3 this season. And we're excited to be getting a new, again, just a reminder, if you've made it to the end, make sure to comment. Just throw down a little comment. Just it could be a 1-word, 2-word comment. If you're just commenting the name of a team, I'll understand. We've already got one, so 23 more, and we will have a season 2. And if you want to see your team represented, you'll at least get 6 videos on it because I'll be doing a week cycle, sorry, for the second division. So you'll at least get to see your team in action against other second division teams, even if they do not get promoted to the first division. But yeah, that is how it stands. And that is how we are going to be going into the second cycle of 3. And very excited to be continuing the season. And if you guys have enjoyed, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe. And with that, I hit you with my signature outro at this point. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe and see ya.